Python programming language has over 60 built-in functions to help you code more efficiently. In this video, we will discuss the function iter. Hi Python learners. In today's video, we are exploring the iter function, an essential built-in tool for working with iterators in Python. By the end of this video, you'll know what iter does, when to use it, and how it can make your code more dynamic and efficient. Let's get started. What is the iter function? It's a built-in Python function that returns an iterator object. Here's the syntax. Iter with an object and an optional sentinel, where the object is an object that supports iteration, like a list, tuple, string, or a custom iterable. The sentinel is an optional value used in a special mode where object must be callable. The function returns an iterator, which can be used to loop over the elements of the object. Why use iter? It's fundamental to Python's iteration protocol, and it lets you convert iterable objects into iterators, create custom iterators with callable objects and a sentinel value, and work with data streams, files, and custom classes dynamically. Here are some important key concepts. Iterators are objects that return one element at a time when you call next on them. Iterators allow efficient looping without loading all elements into memory. You'd use the iter function when you need to explicitly convert an iterable into an iterator, when you're implementing custom iteration behavior in your code, and when you're working with infinite data streams or objects that need controlled iteration. Let's start with a simple example where we convert a list into an iterator. Here, the iter function converts the list into an iterator, and next retrieves each element one by one. You can use the iter function with a for loop to iterate through objects seamlessly. Here we start with a tuple. We convert the tuple into an iterator with the iter function. Now notice how we can easily move through it in the for loop. So in this example, the iter function creates an iterator, and the for loop automatically calls next until the elements are exhausted. Let's see how the iter function works in its special mode with a callable and a sentinel value. We define the function increment with global value x, and each time it's called, x is incremented by 1. In the code, we start with x equal to 0, and we use the iter function to create an iterator using our function increment and the value 5. Note what happened in the for loop. For value in the iterator, we go from 0 to 4, moving through, starting at 0, 5 times. So the iter function keeps calling the increment function until it returns the sentinel value 5, making it great for custom iteration. The iter function is also useful for handling large files or streams efficiently. Let's see an example. Here we open a file, example.txt, and we read it line by line using the iterator function to create an iterable of each line in the file. In this example, the iter function reads lines from a file until it encounters an empty string, avoiding loading the entire file into memory. Here are some important points to remember about the iter function. Iterators created with iter are stateful once exhausted. You need to recreate them to iterate again. Custom iterators are powerful for handling dynamic or infinite data streams, and use the callable and sentinel mode for controlled iteration when working with functions or streams. And that's the iter function. To recap, it converts iterable objects into iterators for efficient looping. It supports custom behavior with callable objects and sentinel value. And it's essential for Python's iteration protocol and great for dynamic, memory-efficient programming. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more Python tips. Happy coding!